right, social studies. Kenny, will you turn off I think it's the second light switch, please? Because they can't see this at all. I can barely see it. Yeah, perfect. There it is.
It's flip-flop. Wait, do we need our notebooks?
All right. You will need your notebooks for eventually. I want to go over a few things first. We're ready? iPads are closed up. We don't need those out. As we already discussed, we're going to do social studies here today. No reading assignment for those of you watching. So make sure you're getting caught up on your reading. If you haven't read chapter 5 or answered the questions, you should have all that done for reading today. Okay. We have a test this afternoon we're going to take. I posted some information for those of you at home. If you can get it to work at home, great. If you can't, then don't worry about it. We'll figure something else out later. Okay?
We have a test.
The COGAT test.
Oh.
And I posted on updates information for those that are at home learning. Okay?
Wait, does that have something to do with these folders?
Nope, I'm going to get to the folders here in a minute. So we're starting chapter 8, which starts our American Revolutionary War. Yesterday, you watched a FloCab quick little video on the Revolutionary War to kind of introduce that to you and get us going there. Okay, so it gave you probably a lot of information packed into, 2-minute video. So we're going to take two chapters that we have. Chapter 8 and Chapter 9 both cover the American Revolutionary War. So for the students that are here in my class and Mrs. Bush's class, I gave you a folder. My class has all blue folders and Mrs. Bush's class will have all red. Any idea why I picked blue and red folders? Ooh, Maya? Who was red? Who wore the red suits? Adam? Right, the British, the Loyalists. They were loyal to the king. So that means the blue folders represent who?
America.
Who, John? It is, but that's not what we're going to call them quite yet. Kenny?
The colonists?
The colonists were blue. So the colonists were the one that were against the king and what he was trying to do to them. And we're going to learn all about that in chapters 8 and 9. So the folder, and I would suggest those of you at home to find somewhere to keep safe your notes for chapters 8 and 9, because like chapters 5, 6, and 7, we will do a Unit 4 test. So I gave the students here a folder. Like I said, my class has blue. Mrs. Bush's class has red. So her class are the Loyalists. This class in here with me is the colonists. We're going to have some fun kind of competitions with Loyalists and colonists as we go through. Oh, we're quiet. Okay, so that folder is to keep in your notes. I have some note-taking sheets I will be giving you. Okay, maybe worksheets or different information that I hand out to you. That would be a spot to keep that information. So on the cover of your folder, you're going to want to put your name. And then you might want to write American Revolutionary War, Chapter 8 and 9. And I'm going to come over here, and I'll write that on the board so you can see how to spell it. American. Where do you might just say American Revolution info? Yeah, you should have. Some of you have markers I gave to you at Christmas time. If you didn't get a marker, let me know.
I didn't get one.
You can use pen. You can use whatever you want because I'm not going to collect the folder back.
And then write chapters 8 and 9.
Chapters 8 and 9. You probably didn't get one. Brandon probably didn't get one. Here, use this one. Oh, you got that one. You got one. Nope, you wouldn't.
We should recreate the war. Wasn't the Declaration of Independence?
We're getting there. Yep, we'll get there. You weren't here yet? No, you weren't.
Look at these screens. It looks more like black.
3, 2. Conversations, I asked you to do something. You're writing on your folder your name, American Revolution. I put American Revolution info. It's chapters 8 and 9. You're going to want to hold on to this information.
Does this show off good enough?
Well, that's for you.
Can we write down chapter 8?
Sure.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah.
And your name. Make sure your name is on it.
It is.
All right. I'm going to slide back this way. They're still writing, and then we'll get started here. What you need, John? You weren't here either. I forget there were like 10 of us here.
The other one.
There you go.
Was Jackson there? No.
All right, we're going to continue here. I know some of you are still writing, but that's fine. You might have to finish writing it down later. So here I want to look at some things in Schoology for us for this chapter. This Unit 3 review, that information is going to be going away soon. So if you owe me work, today's the day to get it done. Okay? There were some things in there that I took grades on. Make sure you've got that all submitted. All right, down here, Chapter 8. That is our first chapter in the Revolutionary War. And you're going to see, I have a lot of stuff in here. You're only going to see the audio, which is the book being read. Okay, so you can listen to it. And then here I have the Chapter 8, Lesson 1 PDF. Today's assignment is to look at that, Chapter 8, Lesson 1 PDF. And these chapters and lessons are kind of lengthy, so they may take a little while to download on your iPad. And you have some vocab words here, 3 people and 3 places. You are going to want to put those in your notebook. Okay? So you have, 5 vocab words, 3 people, and you're going to take them from here. So in the beginning of the Revolutionary War, was George Washington our first president? No. So don't write that. That's not what his purpose or his importance is here. Okay? You need to look through, skim, find his name. Here's Fort Necessity. Okay? It's a place, but you might have to keep reading to find more information about Fort Necessity. And some of these, hopefully, I took several pictures of them because they were not working out for me. Here's George Washington. So you have to find his name. Same thing with Ben Franklin and I don't remember who the other one was. And write down why they're important to this lesson, boys. Okay? Writing down that he was the first president for Chapter 8 isn't going to help you at all. Okay? Or for this particular lesson, for sure. All right? So you have to go through, find those names, find those people, and write down why are they in this lesson. Okay? Same thing with the places. These words you can define, finding them in there using context clues. All right, that's your assignment for social studies. All the vocab, all the people, all the places for today.
VPP.
Yep, VPP in your notebook.
Wait.
Chapter 8, Lesson 1. I'll get you started here in a minute. There's one other thing I wanted to show you. We will also have some assignments here in the Liberties Kids worksheet folder. Okay, this is nothing is open in there right now, but this is like a TV show, okay, that goes over different aspects of the Revolutionary War. So there may be a day we watch it together. There may be a day I just assign it to you on Edpuzzle, and you answer some questions. Okay, so that's somewhere to check for assignments too. If I say Liberties Kids, it's not in Chapter 8. It's in its own folder. Okay? Those are some, and there would be days where we watch it and we don't do any kind of worksheet or anything on it. Okay? Someday we're just going to watch it. Some days you might have some kind of an assignment. So there's 2 folders in there right now for the Revolutionary War that I wanted to point out to you so you knew where to find things. Chapter 8 stuff is always in Chapter 8, Liberties Kids and Liberties Kids. Riker, question?
So if you don't like the look on Carl Zeus's face, you just call him Liberty Kids?
No, not necessarily. Kenny?
When you click on Liberty Kids, nothing comes up.
No, I said it's empty right now. I don't have anything opened in there because we don't have any assignments in there right now. Okay, we will eventually. All right, so in your notebook today, so notebooks out, grab those out. Question, Eli?
What if Carl Zeus goes freestyle mode?
Oh, well, it could be interesting then. Notebooks, get them out. You're going to turn to your first blank page. Remember, don't just randomly pick one from the center. Okay, you should have Chapter 7 notes in there. You're going to turn to the next page after that. That's blank. At the top of that page, you're going to write Chapter 8. Lesson 1, VPP. And that is what you're doing for today. Getting those words defined, finding those people and places, and giving me some kind of description or information as to why they are in lesson 1. Okay? That's your assignment for social studies. Remember, there's no reading assignment. You will have math. You need to make sure you check harmony, as I will be putting in some grades today for anything that is late or missing. Get those caught up. Today's a good day for that.